Settle in. You're on the road with Kevin Ray, listening to Truckers and Others. Hey, buddy, we're doing good things today. Yeah, we only got like a little over 2 hours left of the drive to get back home. I already done everything. I ain't gonna talk to you a bunch of different times, and no, the day is basically done as long as I can keep all the fucking wheels on the ground all the way home. I might jump the railroad tracks. I'm not sure. You put me in front of a set of railroad tracks with a steering wheel and something that can go over, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. I'm hitting them railroad tracks at 20 or whatever I can get up to. I don't know. I love to jump the fucking tracks. It's a fun thing to do. Anyways, things went really well today. I woke up, I set late alarms, which I had no problem getting up on those alarms. Well, I guess I should go back because I didn't talk about last night. I was driving home, and I'm seeing some clouds. I'm getting close to home. I'm like within 30 minutes of being to the shop with the double rail and the container and an empty fucking tank on the truck. And I'm starting to see all these clouds rolling in, so I checked the weather radar. And yeah, I don't know. The weather guys, they said, you should go inside probably. I'm like, fuck me. And they just had a segment talking about how lightning kills more people than tornadoes and hurricanes and all that other shit. And there's a fuckload of lightning coming out of this goddamn storm. So I'm like, motherfuck. And then I'm like, what time am I going to be at the shop? 10:05. All right, the storm is going to hit that location at 10:02. I'm like, fuck! Fuck! So as soon as I got back to the shop, luckily it did hold off a little bit, and I was able to get the gate open, but the lightning was going fucking nuts, and I was like, I don't know, I really don't think I should lift the bed of this truck up on the trailer, because it's going to stick up higher than the rail cars. I'm going to be the tallest, fully grounded piece of steel, like, in this whole area. It's not a good idea, because, you tilt the bed up and till it touches the ground, and then it's sticking straight up in the air, basically. And it's like lightning. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll feel it. If it does happen, I don't think I'll feel it. I think it'll just be, it'll be faster than a blink of the eye. And a lot of people survive, lightning strikes. So I gave it a go. Because I pulled in there. I was like, fuck all this. I'm not fueling this thing up, and I'm not going to fucking drop the box off, because it's like 10:20 at night. I started at 7:30, but still, it's a long fucking day. I'd really like to go home, but I talked to some people, and they said that they are going to need to use my truck, or that truck. So I was like, fine, I'll just get struck by lightning and soaked in rain right before I go home from a long fucking day. I'll just do it. I'm just complaining here, okay? So, yeah, but everything goes fine. I drop off the container, I get the truck fueled up, I park it, put the keys away, and get in my car, and I leave. And I didn't get all that wet, but it was raining. It was like a big fucking lightning thunderstorm that I was doing all this shit in. And I shouldn't have done it. But I knew tomorrow morning, whenever the guys come in, they're going to be like, the fuck, you didn't fuel it up or drop the box? And it's like a nice day or something. It's like, well, it was, you don't know this, but it was a fucking thunderstorm over here. So I did, and I was here late as fuck. But no, I just took care of it. I was like, I'll be a good employee. I don't want to piss off anybody. I don't want anybody being like, oh, that fucking guy. Because anytime that happens, they're like, Oh, I can't believe he did that. He does that all the time. And then you're the guy. He leaves shit fucking loaded. He leaves trucks empty of fuel. He's not a good employee or something like that. So I didn't need all of that talk going on. People talk a lot of shit all the time. I do it too. So I don't know. I try not to give anybody a reason. And then I got back to the house and I just got cleaned up and fucking crashed. Well, I was watching a YouTube video. It was The Sopranos. It was like every death in The Sopranos. I don't know why it was on my YouTube feed, but that's what it was. So I just watched that, and I didn't realize how long it was. I ended up falling asleep watching that. Um, and yeah, woke up, had a great day, great night. Got to see the kids because I didn't see them the night before because they were all sleeping. Got to wake up with the kids, give them hugs, and talk to them. And it's my son's last day of summer school today. So yeah, and the teacher gave an email back. She gave like a summary email about all the kid, about they do it for every kid, but for our kid, and then um, also another explanation about the fight that happened. And she said they were playing robots, and they are good friends. They weren't mad at each other. They just were roughhousing too much. So I don't. It was fine. It wasn't as dramatic as my son was making it. He's like, "No, I punched him and I picked him up and I threw him." Like, okay, robot man, relax on the playground, buddy. Um, yeah, I woke up, got to hang out with the kids, and then leave for the day. Get to the shop. The truck is there, ready to go. I get the box loaded up. I take the tarp off and get that all folded up and put back in the shop because I have a tarp on this truck. And drive over and load up or drop that box and load up another full box. And I look around trying to look. I'm like, I don't see another box here but they say that I'm doing this again tomorrow. So I'm like, I don't know. And but I get that loaded up, get down there or on my way down. I only stopped once, and it was to eat. And I was getting really hungry, and it was like right at noon. And I stopped off in Coffeyville, Kansas. What a great place. That's where I actually am right now, passing back through. But Coffeyville, Kansas, there's a barbecue joint right off the main drag that was fucking delicious. I got a 3 meat platter with brisket, burnt ends, and pulled pork. And then it comes with 2 sides and a drink. I mean, it was like $20, but dude, I paid $24 for a shitty hamburger in fucking Medford, Oklahoma. So $20 for this big fucking plate of food? Hell yeah. And I was worried about the sides because I was like, actually, I don't think I want any of the sides. But I saw coleslaw, and I said, all right, I could do coleslaw. And then I saw the baked beans, and that was the only other thing that wasn't deep fried. So I was like, all right, I'll do the baked beans, knowing that they're going to come with chunks of meat in there, and also just like a very sugary sauce. But they were delicious. The beans were good. Uh, I was reluctant to get the brisket because brisket has never been one of my favorite meats. It's always been burnt ends, pulled pork, um, ribs, or just like steak or ham. I don't know. The brisket is usually the lowest on my totem pole of barbecue, and which is weird because that's usually like people's most favorite thing to eat is the brisket. Because I don't know, it's usually either dried out or covered in sauce, and it's just like I don't really enjoy this, or it's like stringy and stretchy and stuff. The brisket that I received was like a quarter of an inch thick. It was fucking thick. There's only two of them, but they were fucking thick as shit. They had a big old fat bubble all the way around the outside of them. They were so fucking tender, and they tasted amazing. I was like, no fucking way. The out of all the meats on this plate here, burnt ends is my favorite of all time. And I would have rather had a full plate of brisket than the burnt ends and the pulled pork. Pulled pork was still delicious, and the burnt ends were still good too. I'm glad I got them, but I saved a piece of that brisket to be my last piece that I ate, and that was worth it. The coleslaw was actually really good too. It was really nice. And then the baked beans were. I poured them out. I waited until the end, until my plate was basically clear, and then I dumped the beans out so I could just stab the beans and eat the beans, and I wouldn't have too much sauce in my gut. Because I think the sugar. I think sugar is another thing I need to fucking knock out of the park, out of my diet. But then I got an unsweet tea, but I did put a little bit of sweet tea in there with it, just to give it a nice little thing, like probably two shots worth of fucking sweet tea, and yeah, that was like perfect. Because yeah, if that was all sweet tea, I would have been like, ugh, it's fucking sweet. Um, yeah, and then they asked me if I wanted. They had like a vegetable soup that they were offering, with every meal you get the soup. But I was like, and I should have went ahead and grabbed a little bowl of soup because I can eat vegetables and the beef stew or whatever might have been in there. I didn't even look at the soup. I just walked off and sat down at a table. Um, but yeah, it was a really good place to eat, and for the amount and quality of the food is pretty fucking cheap too, compared. Um, oh, we got a, we got a guy rolling up. He's gonna pass me in the next half mile because his lane's gonna end. Come on around, buddy. You gonna pass that flatbed too? Good luck. Your lane is gonna end. Nope, he's called it quits. He's getting over. Um, Yeah, and I got down there, and then the lady, she saw me roll in, and she's like, oh, God. I know what she was saying. She's like, this fucking wild man was really pissed off yesterday, which, even if I do get pissed off, usually I hold my emotions in, and people don't realize that I'm pissed off. But I let my emotions out with this lady yesterday. I was like, you joking? Like, I was very, very upset about it, the whole situation. So she saw me roll in, and she just grabbed my paper and she's like, "You're gonna go. You're gonna go." I'm like, "Okay, okay, cool." And I go up there, and I had to wait in line, but not very long, only behind one truck. It was a walking floor trailer, and then they let another, like a trash guy, go ahead of me, which is fine because he was there before me. Um, and then me and another trash guy went in there at the same time and dumped, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick. The loader guy did honk at me though, because I dumped all my shit and then I backed up, because that's what he does. He likes to pick up the shit and scoop it and put it on top of the pile or whatever. But I said, I'm going to help you out, buddy. And I just fucking put it in reverse and floored it and shoved all the shit that I dumped further into the pile. So like he didn't have to do any work. And then I got out, checked the dumpster, make sure everything came out, And then I got back in the truck and set the bed down and got the fuck out of there. I was in and out within like, I think it was like 3 minutes max. Um, didn't have to unstrap anything or do anything. While I was on the scale, I took my tarp off. Or before I got on the scale, I took my tarp down. And I also compared phones because I am getting a new phone. We ordered a new phone today. Both me and my wife are both getting brand new phones. We're both, you know, we haven't really had too many issues with our phones, so we've had our phones for a while. She's on the iPhone, I don't know, 13, 12, I don't know. I don't know anything about iPhones, but she's got an iPhone. This still has a button at the bottom. Apparently, it was the last one to have a physical button down there at the bottom, and it wasn't even like the Pro Max or whatever the fuck it is. It was like a tier below top end, and it was kind of old. But she didn't have any issues with it, and it's been working fine. But lately, her calls have been either not coming through or dropping, and but really, that's about it, But she's like, it would be nice to get a new phone. So she looked on the site and it said that we both could upgrade to a new phone. And I knew that I could upgrade to a new phone, but there's no reason for me to do it because I got the Note 20 5G or whatever, and it works great. The only issues I have with this phone is the battery life. It charges up really fast. Like it'll do from 10% to 80% within an hour. I don't know if that's fast or not, but it's pretty fucking fast. It charges very quickly. Like if it starts thundering outside and I'm on like 5%, I just plug it in and I keep using my phone the whole time. And within like, I don't know, 20 minutes, it's already at 50% battery. It's like, what the fuck? Like this thing charges so fucking fast. I've had it for a long time. The screen is scratched to fuck. It's very scratched up. And this is the second phone case I've had for it. No cracks on anything, anywhere. The camera still works fine, but the camera lens is a little scratched up. It always tells me, clean your lens for a clearer picture. It's like, bitch, I tried, okay? But I still take great pictures. I don't know. But yeah, the battery, it just runs out really fast. It used to be like I could have the phone and I didn't need to take a charger with me. I always do, but I didn't need to take a charger with me. I just run my Geotab, run my maps, run my Spotify, and they even have like Facebook running in the background or whatever because I forgot to close the app out or something. And it would last all day long and be fine. Like I could do all kinds of stuff with it, but lately, no. If I sit down and I start to try to play a video game or something, you better plug that motherfucker in because it's going to fucking die. This is the rough crossing. Not too bad. So yeah, and then I don't know. I don't really have any problems with it, but I was like, hey, how about I get a new phone too? She's like, yeah, you're eligible for an upgrade. I've been eligible for an upgrade. She was trying to steal my upgrade a while back, but we were low on money and we were during the bankruptcy and all that shit. I was like, no, your phone still works. And but yeah, we went ahead and we're gonna upgrade to new phones, brand new. I'm getting a Samsung S24 Ultra Max 5G Plus awesome phone, like the top of the line one in the raw titanium, I think. Well, she said there's gray, there's black, and there's violet. Different. Those are the only three colors that are the options, apparently. I don't know. Something I looked up earlier, there was a shitload of colors, but apparently there's only three colors that I can choose from. And so I chose the gray. Because last night, Also, I was watching some YouTube videos of Jerry Rig Everything, and that was the guy, he like torture tests phones and stuff. So I watched him, and the titanium or whatever, yeah, I don't know, it scratches easy. So I don't know if it scratches easy, but he was scratching the fuck out of it, and it didn't look like. I was like, oh shit. And I think my wife's phone might even have titanium on it too. Um, God damn it! This fucking road. Can you all learn how to patch a fucking highway without making it a fucking roller coaster? The poor guy behind me, I probably have metal chunks flying off this fucking dumpster, and he's got to dodge them. Anyways, like I was saying, the new phone, it's a little bit wider than my current phone, but it's also a little bit shorter than my current phone, and it's also going to be thicker, slightly, which is fine. So it's basically going to be around the same size, and maybe, because right now, like, I don't know, whenever you have to fucking reach your thumb up, I don't know. I feel like a bitch when I complain about that shit. Do you not have a fucking throttle? There's a whole fucking on-ramp right here. There was a whole on-ramp. He didn't even make it past the solid line, and he stopped on the fucking on-ramp. Like, there is 2 truck lengths between me and the truck in front of me. Semi-truck lengths. And he decided he didn't have a throttle. He was way ahead of me too. He could have just merged right over. I would have let off my throttle and everything would have been fine. But I don't know. Some people just don't know how to fucking merge. It's insane to me. Half the time I don't even look in my mirror until I'm like getting the halfway through the on ramp. And I use the whole on ramp most of the time. I hate those people that as soon as they can, they're just jumping straight over onto the fucking highway, and it's like, why did you do that? There's nobody in front of you on the on-ramp. You can get up to speed and then get over safely, rather than just fucking, you're not even doing 50, and you just out into the fucking highway, jump 4 lanes over, and then you're in the fast lane, and everybody has to slam on their brakes and wait for you to get up to speed, and then you're fucking gone. It's like, why'd you do that? Anyways, yeah, I don't know. The only thing I do like getting a new phone, because all the bullshit's gone out of my current phone. Because I don't like to do the automatic data transfer shit. But I don't know. It's been a while since I got a new phone, so I don't really. Things change every time. It's like as soon as I put my Gmail in there, it's like everything just automatically jumps over, and it's like, hold on, not everybody. What the fuck is jumping over? Like, I'm thinking about getting this phone and not letting anything come over except for like my contacts list. And I need to go through my contacts list on here and fucking clear some shit out. This guy's scared. This railroad crossing is going to be rough like the last one. It's not rough. This one's nice and smooth. Boop. Just boop. Oh, never mind. It's not smooth. I wonder if you all heard the dumpster fucking hopping on my fucking truck over here. Anyways, I gotta make sure that fucking door don't fucking fly open. That would be funny as fuck. The door flies open. It's locked. It's safety chained and latched, so it shouldn't come out. But there's just a little pin holding that. So I mean, technically it could swing open about a foot before the safety chain catches it, but there ain't nothing in there. We're good. But yeah, I don't know. Getting a new phone is nice because you can rearrange all your apps and just like clear it out. Like it's like a fresh start. And the new phone is going to have twice the data storage as this phone, which is nice because I pay, I don't know, like $10 a year for a terabyte or something from Google Cloud fucking thing. I don't know. I couldn't take any more pictures. I was running and I deleted all the pictures I wanted to delete and videos and stuff, but there's like a lot from like the kids on there. So it's like I don't want to delete these. So I just pay for extra storage and then I'm good. So that's kind of nice. All my other shit from the other once I get the new phone, which I think it'll probably be around this weekend, maybe even next week. I don't know. I don't know how fast. I thought we were gonna go up to the store and have them done, but I guess not. Just gonna have it mailed to us, and then yeah, we send in our old phones, even though mine's completely paid for. But they'll give me a $300 credit if I give them this phone back. And because I was thinking about keeping this phone and letting the kids play with it, just with Wi-Fi. Is that worth $300 though? Not really. Not really. $300 is quite a bit of money. And it'll drop my monthly payment down quite a bit. But I don't know. The kids love to play with cell phones, so I thought, all right, here's the cell phone. Have at it. But yeah, we should probably just trade it in. And I don't know. Maybe I can. They got tablets. They'll be fine. It would be nice if we did upgrade our older tablet to another newer tablet, or like the same exact tablet we have right now. They fight over them. One of them is older and it doesn't work as good, so they always fight over the tablets, who gets which one. So might have to get a new tablet for the kiddos. Probably not. It's a fucking tablet. They got way more than I had growing up. My son's got a PS4 in his room, a 32-inch flat screen TV, a Nintendo Switch. He's got a skateboard, a bike, a punching bag, Hulk hands, all the superhero outfits. He's got a ton of like play guns, a ton of cars, a ton of little people. We got him a battle bus. It's like a big thing for action figures or whatever. It's a big fucking battle bus. It's got a giant balloon on the top of it and everything. It's like, what the fuck? Why did we get this thing? It's so big and in the way. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like I was saying about the job I did today, yes, I got offloaded and I scaled when I went to go scale out. She's like, that worked out much better, didn't it? I was like, yep, it did. She's like, yeah, never take a double rail. Don't bring a double rail here. I'm like, yeah. So and then I had to sit there and talk to her for a second. I was like, let me just give you the story about yesterday. The truck I'm in today was the truck I was supposed to take yesterday, but at the last minute they decided to change it to that truck, and me and two other people told them that's not a good idea. I should not be taking that truck, and they said it'll be fine. And I said it's not going to be fine, and then I left, and then I had that horrible day yesterday. So yes, I understand. Don't bring a fucking double rail here. I didn't want to, but that's the only thing I could bring, and so that's what I brought. And then I called the guy, my boss, not my boss, but the guy that's in charge of this job. Like, yo, am I doing this job again tomorrow? And he said, nope. They don't have any more dumpsters. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, they're out of dumpsters. So I don't know what you're going to be doing, but you're not going to be doing that. I'm like, okay, sounds good to me. So, because I was really hoping to do it again. I was going to get that barbecue place again tomorrow. That was going to be delicious. But nope. Instead, they're going to have me run around to a couple of Walmarts. There's a couple of Walmarts that have dumpsters full of concrete slurry. So I don't know where the Walmarts are going to be. The lady would not really give me too much information over the phone. She said, "We'll just figure it out tomorrow." I'm like, okay. So instead of, because I was going to just take this empty dumpster back to the shop so I could get off by 7, but that's not going to work because I'm not going to have time in the morning to return the dumpster. So that means I'm going to have I'll get off by 8:30, I guess, or 8. Not really sure. We'll figure it out when that comes. So I got to go return this dumpster tonight. And then not bobtail, but run empty back to the shop, park this motherfucker, and I'm going to be using this tomorrow. She did tell me that. I said, am I going to be using a vac truck or the roll-off truck? She said, both. I'm like, okay, wonderful. She's like, but you're going to have a tech running around with you. I'm like, okay, that's kind of nice, I guess. So I'll have somebody to talk to tomorrow. But I don't know. Sometimes having a tech with you is a good thing. Having somebody there to talk to and have a good time with. But some of these guys, I don't know. It's just like, dude, Joe Rogan posted a new episode today, and I'd really like to listen to it, but then they want to talk the whole fucking time. And then it's like, man, I already listened to this episode, but I don't remember any of it. We turned the volume down so I could hear what the fuck he was saying. Watch that one dude eat a fucking hot dog. Oh god, it was a corn dog. One of the last tech I went out with, I was training him. He was just doing it for drive time or whatever, because he just got a CDLA permit. He needs to do his test or whatever. And we're driving out. I was like, yeah, if you need to use the restroom, we should probably stop at this truck stop. So we stopped at a truck stop. And we go inside. I was like, yeah, too bad we're not here during lunch. They usually have really good food up there. I was like, but it's all breakfast stuff right now. And I go to the bathroom, and then he comes back, and then I go out to the truck, and I sit in the truck. He comes out. He's got 2 corn dogs. I'm like, you got 2 corn dogs? He's like, yeah, they look really good. I'm like, okay. So I should have said something, but we proceed to sit in the fuel island while this fucking loud, munching motherfucker slowly eats 2 corn dogs to completion. And he he doesn't have a cleft lip, but he does when he eats. So he like lifts his lip up, his top lip, and he shows his entire front teeth, and he just like chews the fucking corn dog like a goddamn rabbit, dude. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to punch you in the face and shove both of those sticks from the fucking corn dogs. I'm going to put them in your ears and fucking drive them into your skull. If you don't shut the fuck up when you're eating the goddamn... Who eats 2 corn dogs at 8 o'clock in the morning? Who does that? While sitting in the fuel island with a fucking cleft lip. Oh my god. If I get stuck with that guy tomorrow, we can't stop to eat today. And then he'll see me eating some fucking barbecue or fucking meatballs or something. I'm like, can I have a meatball? No, you're not allowed to eat, buddy. Dude, last time I watched you sit there and slowly, like, fucking woodchuck your way through fucking 2 corn dogs. And it was not a good experience. I've talked about you twice on my podcast. Just about that. About how you eat corn dogs. Not cool. In other news, I just finished listening to Joe Rogan with Sam Talent, which is a funny guy. And, brother, look up Honest Abe. You'll have to listen to the entire podcast all the way down to, like, the last, like, 5 minutes of it to understand what I'm talking about. And I understand a lot of people aren't going to do that. But if you're listening to me, why aren't you listening to Rogan, too? Okay? Go ahead. I mean, I don't know. I feel like everybody listens to Rogan, but I also feel like nobody listens to Rogan. Anyways, they Google up, they're talking about cockfighting, not with their penises, with chickens, roosters. And Joe Rogan's talking about it or whatever, and then they look it up, and because they're like, I think it's still legal in a couple of states. So they look it up, and instead of finding out what state it's legal in, I don't think it's legal in any, but Abe Lincoln got his name, Honest Abe, from judging a cockfight fairly. That's why they call him Honest Abe. There's no other reason. It's because he was a cockfight judge, and he always ruled fairly. According to Joe Rogan, and that was a bombshell right at the very end of the fucking episode. I was like, what? They used to have cockfights on the White House lawn. George Washington and whoever the fuck else, other president, were notorious for doing cockfights on the weekends. Is that weird? What happened in 2012? 2012, something happened. DARPA started up the flux capacitor nuclear accelerator and really fucked some shit up, okay? Because history's fucked, the future's fucked, we're all confused. What the fuck is happening? The Berenstain Bears was always Berenstain Bears. What? And I didn't even really like catch on to the Shazam Mandela effect. But I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, I watched that movie. It was him in a genie suit. It was, what's his name? The fucking guy in the genie. They're like, no, that was actually uh the big guy, Shaq. It's like, no, no, no. It was the other guy. And they're like, no, it wasn't. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's back it up here. Curious George is a monkey. Does he have a tail? Does Curious George have a tail? Answer me right now. I'm not even going to tell you the answer. You decide the answer in your own mind and then go look for it yourself. Okay? I'm telling you, 2012, DARPA over in fucking Sweden or whatever. There's a fucking, look up DARPA on Google Images. Look at it. Guess what? That's not the entire place. The nuclear accelerator thingamajiggy goes, it's a like 2 miles, 5 miles long. I don't know, but it's a giant circle, and they fire this fucking thing up, and it fucks up all the shit. Everything's fucked up now, okay? Things are fucked up in the past and in the future. We're done for, buddy. The nuclear accelerator is some sort of a time machine that just is like, let's fuck with little things everywhere to make people very suspicious about anything and everything. And that I am. I'm suspicious. Um, yeah, weird shit, man. I guess back to the Sopranos thing. That was interesting watching the Sopranos get killed. You know, all the different people get killed in different ways. I don't know if they were in order, and some of them I don't even like. Some of the clips they were showing, I don't know if it was just like a lead up or maybe it was an after deal. I don't know because I don't know. It was, and I've always thought about watching The Sopranos, but it's like I don't have the time or the attention span to sit and watch a show anymore. I really would like. I loved Breaking Bad, and I was like, I really wanted to watch Better Call Saul. So I started Better Call Saul, and I got like 2 episodes in, and I was like, I have to rewatch Breaking Bad now just to figure out. Even though like they haven't, I was like, I don't even want to start this until I finish, Breaking Bad again. There's probably some because I loved it. I loved watching it. I watched every single episode. I was fully aware of what was happening in every episode, and now it's like I forgot a lot that happened in there. All I remember is it was good. So, but I can't rewatch Breaking Bad. I'm not good at watching shows because I'll start it and then I'll be like, oh, I feel like this is going to be a boring episode. Let me just get onto Facebook real quick, and then I start watching reels. And then I see something, and then I Google something, and then I go to YouTube to learn more about the whatever the fuck just popped into my mind, and then it's like it's 11 at night, and I'm like, I have to work tomorrow. My mind goes in mysterious places. I honked at a guy earlier today. I honked at a big rig. So we're driving down 169 on these 2-lane roads, and this highway is just too busy to pass people. For me at least. Like this truck doesn't have enough ass to get up and go and get around people, but cars can pass you easy and fine. But if it's like I think I see a car up ahead, it's like I better not even try to pass. And especially the guy I was passing, because this motherfucker, I've been behind him for 2 hours, and the whole time he would go 65, and then he'd go 62, and then 60, and we're on flat ground. Like there's no reason whatsoever his speed is changing so drastically. And then a car will get pissed off behind me because they think I'm the guy going slow. They get up around there and they pass both of us, and the semi speeds up to 70, 72. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So then I speed up, and then as soon as I speed up, he fucking slows down again. So the whole 2 hours, I'm not able. I have to pay very close attention because this guy, I'll let him get way ahead of me. Like I'll slow down just so I have some buffer room, and then all of a sudden he's on the brakes for no reason, and I'm like, whoa! We're slowing down. We're speeding up. We're slowing down. Somebody's passing him. He's going 75 now. Let's get up. All right, let's roll. We're rolling. For 2 hours, this guy was just fucking with everybody on the fucking highway. Every single time somebody passed him, he'd give it the beans, and he would try to not let him pass. I could tell he was limited at 70, though. He might hit 71 or whatever, but I could tell he was limited. So we're driving, then yeah, a car had just passed him, so I was like, all right, here he goes, and he speeds up, and then he slams on the fucking brakes, and I slam on my brakes. The fucking hot shot fake truck driver fucker behind me slams on his brakes, and he is turning right onto a road. There's a whole right turn lane. We've got like 10-foot shoulders over here. It's a big, wide open area that even the longest of semis can still get into the turn lane and make their turn just fine. But this guy slams on his brakes. He actually goes into the not oncoming traffic, but in the oncoming lane. He goes over the yellow line to swing the fucking corner that he needed not to swing for. And I have to slam on my brakes, and I just grab that fucking horn, and I hold it, and I hold it, and I'm just like, you are so, and no blinker. No blinker. This fucker about caused a bad accident. Yeah, you're not going to be able to fucking pass me, you fucking cunt. There's a guy, another trucker back here that's like, I'm going to pass him. No, the fucking lane ended. I'm coming over. I ain't got time to wait on your ass to pass me. Anyways, I guess that was my excitement for the day was delicious barbecue and honking at a fucking idiot trucker. Um, but I guarantee you, he was wearing flip flops. Maybe that's what his feet were a little sore from wearing fucking flip flops all the time, and he just couldn't hold on the throttle very good. And his fingers, he was probably like working on painting his nails, and he couldn't hit the fucking cruise control button, because that's all I was after. I was like, I don't care if we go 60, we go 65, or we go 70. Does not matter to me. I'd really love to be able to set some fucking cruise control on this fucking road. No, you can't fucking set cruise control behind this guy. He's fluctuating 10 miles an hour on flat ground for no fucking reason. Really pissed me off. And I got over, every time I got over to see if I could pass him, yeah, he'd speed up. He'd see me in his mirror. He'd be like, you ain't gonna pass me. You ain't gonna pass. Oh, this is my turn. You fucking dumb fuck. Fuck, man. Yeah. I don't like to. I prefer not to pass people, but I don't know. I do it. I do it sometimes. But yeah, when you're in a semi and there's another semi ahead of you, and that's what you're trying to pass, unless you got the gears and the power, it's a struggle. Now, whenever somebody goes to pass me, normally I'll take it off cruise control or I'll bump it down a couple mile an hour and slow down a little bit. Like, you're passing me, I want you to make a successful pass. I'm going to slow down so you can get ahead of me a little bit faster, but because I know if you're passing me, I'm going to be able to resume the speed that I've been going. I'm going to be able to hit resume, and everything's going to be fine. But some people just do not like to be passed. And it's like, get off your high horse. Shut the fuck up. I don't think I talked about it. The other day, I pulled over because of I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think back of the car that I was complaining about once before. Because I feel like it was the same exact situation. Could have been the same fucking person. It was a white RAV4, a white Toyota RAV4, Um, and I was headed back from the other Oklahoma job on I-35 North, and we got up to I-335, and I kept catching up to this. I'm doing 77 in a 75. I kept catching up to this fucking white RAV4, and I would let off the throttle, and I'd slow down, and then I'd catch back up to him, and I'd slow down, and I did that for a little while. Because yeah, if I catch up to you, and I'm not like on your ass or anything, but I'm like pretty close to you. I mean, like a truck length close to you. I'll let off, and and we're the only two motherfuckers out there on the fucking highway. I'll slow down for a little while, but then I'm cranking it back up, and I just kept catching up to this person. And I was in the 12 speed, so I was having issues going up and down hills and stuff. Uh, so I figured, with that factor in there, they will get to their destination before me, and all I got to do is just keep slowing down, and eventually we'll be fine. And then, but no, I got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna pass them. So I passed them, and yeah, as soon as I decided to pass them, they just stay pacing me right in the middle of my trailer. And then I turn my blinker on, and then they slow down, and I get in front of them. And then they come flying up next to me, and they stay right on my side again. And then, but we're coming up to a construction zone where the left lane was shut down, so they had to speed up and get ahead of me, or slow down and get behind me. They decided to go up ahead of me. And then, as soon as they saw the 55 mile an hour ahead sign, like the yellow sign that means, hey, don't slow down yet, but up ahead you're gonna need to. They fucking slow down to 55 right there, and we still got like another mile before we're even in the 55 zone. So then I'm just like, I'm right on their ass. I'm steaming at this point in time, and then we get out of the construction zone. It said 75, bitch. Let's go, and we're still doing 55. So I'm like, all right, I'm passing you. So I get over and I go to pass them, and again they just speed up and they stay right next to my trailer. So I slow down because there's nothing I can do up against a RAV4. A RAV4 had, I don't know. Apparently they got too much muscle under the hood for this old semi. So I slow down, I get behind them, I give them distance. I set my cruise down to 73. I'm like, they've been doing about 76 this entire time. So I'll set it at 73. I'll let them get way ahead of me, and I won't have to deal with them again. No, I get behind them, and they slow down even more, and even more, and even more. So I fucking pass them. And I pass them complete. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're lost. Maybe this is their exit coming up, and they're just like, Martha, the exit's coming up. Slow down. Or I don't know. I don't know the situation in the fucking RAV4. So I pass them completely. I get over, and I'm gone. Like, I'm gone. I'm just fucking rolling, and they're still going slow back there. So I'm like, okay, they give up. Whatever. And then I come up over a hill, and I see a car on the shoulder that's got his flashers on, and I check my mirror to fucking get over into the left lane. Guess who's right next to me, just fucking hanging out? Fucking RAV4 motherfucker. So I slam on my brakes. I don't slam on them, but I do slow down quickly. They slow down with me. So I really get on the brakes, get behind them. And so, because the person on the side of the road had like their doors open, a tire sitting on the fucking white line, like I needed to get over. So I slam on the brakes and get over, and the RAV4 is still fucking with me even after that. I'm like, are you fucking with me? So I just pull over on the side of the shoulder. I just pull over and fucking put it in park. I never pull over on the side of the highway, but there's no exit on the fucking turnpike. There are, but there's far and few between. And then you got to deal with well, you used to have to deal with, doing a U-turn to get back on the highway or whatever, and I wasn't going to do that. So I just pull over on the side of the highway. I find a nice flat area where people can see me, and I pull over on the side of the highway. I put my flashers on, put it in park, grab my phone, open up Facebook. I'm like, let's just get lost for a couple of minutes, you know, let's just get lost. So I'm on there, I flip through a couple of things, and I'm like, okay. And I look, the coast is clear for me to pull out, and I just pull out there, and I start driving, and everything's going fine. We get up into Topeka, and I come around one of them corners, and there's the white RAV4. They've been sandbagging so much, waiting for me to catch up to them. And I said, nope. And they were way ahead of me, but I saw them. They had a temp tag. I don't know what state it was. I don't know. I fucking hate temp tag people anyways. But I set my cruise to 70 in the 75, and I'm like, I guess this is what I'm doing. And I drove the rest of the way home like that in 70. At 70 mile an hour, because I was like, I will go 5 under before I go to jail for killing the person in the fucking RAV4. And there's been a couple of times where I thought I might need to call the police on somebody. And this time I really, really thought about doing it. I thought about calling up 911. Hello, 911, what's your emergency? Hey, I don't know if the person in front of me is drunk or not. I'm on I-70 or I-335, whatever, between this mile marker. There's a white SUV with a temp tag that's in front of me that has been, I don't know. I don't know if they're road raging or what, but I pulled over on the side of the shoulder to let them get ahead of me, and they slowed down too, so they could fuck with me some more. Sir, you don't need to use that language with me. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. She's like, all right, well, we're gonna go ahead and send a trooper out, and you said between mile marker blah 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 and blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, well, they're up ahead of me now, but they are going so slow that I will catch up to them again. Okay, sir, we'll send a trooper out. My luck, trooper pulled me over, and he's like, yeah, you got a couple of violations. I'm like, motherfucker, did you guys not get the call about the white RAV4? No. What? Yeah, we got Jimmy on that. We're going to go see if we can catch him. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, but you do have some violations, and let's go ahead and check your tire pressures. What you got in that tank, buddy? You got some stuff on the floorboard of your truck? Oh, my gosh. How's your logs looking? Oh, it looks like you went on personal conveyance 3 days ago, but you were driving a company truck. Like, listen, that's not what I need. I wanted you guys to get the RAV4 and leave me alone. He's like, well, you want to be a tattletale. Sometimes the tail's going to get bit by you. I mean, we're going to bite your tail. I'm like, you get away from my ass, officer. He's like, what you been eating? I bet a lot of meat. Yeah, you can really, it smells like a rotten carcass back there. Not good. I've been eating a lot of meat and fruit. If a bear takes a shit, that's what it smells like. Fruit and meat. Fruit and meat all day long. It's real stanky. Not good. It does keep predators away. So I leave a little paper bag full of my shit around my yard. Now my dogs don't go outside. But yeah, I mean, I go out there, I mark the territory with them. I'm alpha, so I have to. I go around, I gotta pee on all the fucking corners. Let everybody know, big dog's in the house. And all he eats is meat and fruit. And you're not fruit. You're gonna get eaten. Alright, well, here's your ticket. And then I drive off, and then I catch up. to where the officer they did pull over the RAV. Like, this didn't really happen, but if they really did, they catch up. I catch up to the RAV4, and the RAV4 is just now pulling away from the traffic stop right as I'm pulling up to them, and I just fucking clobber them into the guardrail, and then I get arrested for murder, vehicle manslaughter, and I'm just sitting in the fucking prison. Like, apparently, if you go to prison, you got to be Jewish, because it's against your religion to eat anything that's not kosher, and apparently kosher thing, they have to abide by that, and the people that get kosher meals they're way better. I just decided to throw that into this little fictional story there, but I think that's nonfiction about the kosher thing. Uh, Anyways, we hit 1 hour of podcasting time. So keep all 18 down, and I'm going to talk to you guys sometime again. Later, tomorrow, maybe. Nate, the next day, maybe.